So today I'll show you how to use your Mac. So by default, this is your menu bar. So if you click here, this is one of the most important menus of this computer. It's called the Apple menu. Yeah, with the Apple logo there. Here you get access stuff about your Mac, like your system specs. For example, if we click it, as you can see, it appears, your MacBook model appears, the name of your model, alongside with even an image of your model. Also, you can see your chip, which is in my case the M2 Pro, 32 gigabytes of memory, and also even your version of Mac OS. You may see also this icon, which is system settings. But before we get into that, you may be confused because Finder is what is that thing that's always running? How can it quit it? Well, Windows Explorer is always open. It doesn't tell you that's open. But it's basically just the equivalent of Internet Explorer. If we click right here, as you can see, this is all your Finder, your videos and your stuff there. By default, I set it to go to the Word folder, but it should go to somewhere called Recents. Something like that. That should be by default. Now, also, you can check this thing, Control Center, which is, sorry if you hear a fighter jet in the background, or just some plane flying. That's very loud. Sounds like a rocket. So here you can change the brightness of your display. I can drag it and adjust the brightness of my display. But you can also still use the brightness keys, like on my case. You can also adjust your sound controls here. But you can still use your function keys, of course. And here, if you have a video playing, you should like have your video there, or music, or whatever. First off, if you click on Wi-Fi, this will open your Wi-Fi menu where you can connect your Wi-Fi, but that should be during the setup process. So, if you want to bring one of those to the menu bar, which is the top row here, then drag it. Voila, it's there. And what you do is you hold the command key at your keyboard. You click and drag. Now wait until you see this icon, this cursor. Release, and now it will be deleted from your desktop. So you can access plenty of things here. In my case, if you go to System Settings, which is your settings app, you can go to Control Center, and as you can see here, you can also turn on the percentage if you like having a percentage, like on your iPhone or iPad or even Android devices. You can turn it on here. But right here, we can also adjust the Control Center, like we did before. But also, this is where you can change your controls. Like hearing appears here. Or you can click here to go put it to the Control Center. Also, in my case, I put a keyboard brightness to the Control Center as well. And, well, also some fast user switching, like that. Let's switch and use user. If you have multiple people using a computer. And as well, you may notice something. This is the top left row of the menu bar. If it changes depending on what app you are. For example, here when I quit, it go to the Finder, but this never changes, of course. So let's say if I open like messages, voila, and this place is where you can access menus. If you click file, like say you can do a keyboard shortcut for a new message, like that. Voila, you can click on the small X. But it also tell you a fact, like you can use iMessage on your computer. If you should of course know that if you're using like iPhone or iPad, but on Mac it's basically the same thing. It's all integrated to the system with FaceTime, of course. And if you don't know what FaceTime is, let's open the Launchpad, which is an icon like this. Click it. And after this will open. The layout is of course different. So now you can click search. If you don't find it, after now search for FaceTime. Voila, I just entered that, but it automatically pop it up. I can click it, and voila, here is the FaceTime window. So, and also, let's say if we open in Safari, for example, this is a random website I opened, but that should look something like that, both in the wallpaper, plain white. So, what right here, this green dot is to enter full screen. Voila, here we go, we're full screen. You can click it again to exit full screen. Also, if you hover, you got split screen options. I would recommend like rectangle or magnet for splitting your apps. And this is where you can also move applications from one display to another as well, if you use multiple displays on your computer. This button is to minimize. Let's say if we turn off Stage Manager, which is a new feature in macOS Ventura. You can click it. Woo! Voila! And now it appears. And now it's minimized, yeah. As you can see, the animation may be different. How do you change that, like me? Well, you go to System Settings, and then Desktop and Dock. After now, what you're going to turn on is you're going to minimize. Where is it? Yeah. Minimize window. Where's the animation to minimize? I should search for it. Okay. Oh, finally I found it. By default, it should be something like this, which is like this. But you want it like before, like I said, like I did before. So scale effect. After, voila, it's like that. You can say click the red dot to quit an application. But for example, in Safari, nope, it does nothing. Because it closes an application window, it doesn't quit the full app. If you want to quit the full app, you have to do something a bit more complicated. First off, you can go to the menu, click a Safari, the menu bar, and after click quit. This may also apply to other programs as well. Or what you can do is you can go to press Command Q, which is right in here. Voila, it's good. So now, of course, also now there's like multiple apps here. But what is something good is Spotlight. If you click this icon, this is what it'll be here. This is a search field where you can search stuff. It's here and it'll be on the bottom on Windows. Yeah, so you can search for many things like application. Let's say if you want to search for photos. Here you go. It pops up. It pops up very fast. And back when it's true, you can even search for web images for like dogs and cats. So if we search for dogs, voila. Scroll down, web images, here you go. So here you can get map. And I can open your map. Well, as you can see, it's like that. And because I'm recording, it shows like that in privacy stuff. So, yeah. And because my dock is different. But you realize, when I open an application, like Safari, it does nothing. It only opens it up. Whereas on your perspective, it's bouncing up and down. Okay then. If it's bouncing up and down, that's how I like that by default. You go to desktop and dock, and after turn off this setting, animate opening applications. As you can see, if I turn it on, open system settings, it bounces. That can be satisfying. I think I'll turn it on for the video. And also, now we can turn on Backstage Manager, which is what it does, like it did at the beginning of the video, like that. You can also drag, but that's not what's really important for this video. For this video, it's really like just like how to use your map properly. And same thing, like to go to Bluetooth, just drag it out like we did before. So, now, let's go to the Finder. Finder does a lot of things. It's where all your files are located. Like your documents, your desktop, all sorts of stuff there. And all your folders. You can drag folders from the sidebar. So, let's say we have a folder here. Let's drag it here. Click like that, and voila, that's in the menu bar. And if you want to remove it, you just drag it out till you have an X. And like I like this toolbar. Well, you just right click there around where my cursor is. Click Customize Toolbar. As you can see, you'll be able to drag whatever you want into the spacebar. Toolbar, sorry. You can drag like new folder, delete, share, also controls that you can do. And also, why did I click out? Show icon and text. Click, by default it's an icon only. So you can put it to icon and text, and now that's how it looks like. I dragged out all the items I did not need. Same thing as like we did before with the sidebar. Yeah, but how I did not see like pictures, movies, music. How do you do that? How do you show it up? Well, go to Finder, at the top, settings, click sidebar. And after here, you'll be able to check movies, music, and pictures. Also, as you can see some other things as well. And also, you can turn off tags. Tags are kind of useless, only to organize. But I think folders are a better choice than tags. Even though like tags are easier, like they organize by colors instead of folders. Now, So this is where you'll navigate, and also this you'll see it right here, around right here, if you have an external disk to access your video files. But then, how do you download like your apps? Because you want to download your apps, of course. Let's go to Safari, and after now, just search on Google like on a Windows, like you would do on a Windows PC. But let's say Chrome. And now you can go here. Sarah suggested. After voila, now it's going to kick up the web page, and now you'll be able to download it. Let's say if we download it. Now it's going to go in this page here, where you're going to double click. And for this video, I'm not going to do it because you just scroll down and they'll give you the guide. But what you do is you double click, and after that you'll see this window right here in step 2. And after now you'll go to your Launchpad and search for it, and it will appear here. It's very simple. For here you're going to clear it, because I put this to the trash. By the way, if you want to delete a file, just drag it to the trash. Voila. If you want to fully delete it, click empty. That's how it is for the applications as well. How do you add it in your dock? Let's say we use Find My. Let's say you want to keep this in your dock. You just drag it. Voila. Now to always stay in your dock. For example, if it is quit, voila, it's still there. How do you remove it? Well, you just drag it toward the desktop like we did 2 times before. After voila, now it's removed. It's out of the dock. As you can see, I can put my folder here. Same thing. Except you go to your Finder window. I drag this folder. After I put it here in the dock. I put it here in the dock, and after now it appears on this side of the dock. Yeah. Also, you can use something called Mission Control. If you press on your trackpad, page with 4 fingers, I'm going to show you here because I'm not good for that. Trackpad. After now, you go to more gestures. Mission Control, swipe over with 4 fingers. Swipe over with 4 fingers. Or in my case, I have a magic mouse, so I click here and I double tap with 2 fingers. So now it's just open Mission Control using the magic mouse. And here we open it. This is where you can put multiple desktops. But how do you really interact with them? You're able to swipe left or right with 2 fingers. But you realize, my scrolling is inverted. How can I put my scrolling back to normal? Well, just go to System Settings and scroll down when you realized. Because it may feel a bit awkward to scroll. Click Scroll and Zoom and turn off something called natural scrolling. As you can see now, you scroll up and it goes up. You scroll down and it goes down. Yeah, the something like me here, the clicking is I'm not using the built-in trackpad. I'm on my work desk. That's why I'm using my mouse. And no, I do not have an external monitor. I only use the built-in screen of this computer. But let's not discuss about that because we do not need to. This screen will still be good enough for the video. It's a very good screen. So rather than going like that, and after now clicking, you can also go to Control Plus to go to not Control Plus, Control Up arrow. As you can see, it opens it up. And how do you switch between desktops? Well, yeah, you do something like that. A dance like that. But you can also use control, left, and right arrow. Same thing for full screen. If you want to switch between full screen applications and your main desktop. Since if an application is full screen, let's put it like Safari. You can swipe right or left. After voila, now we're switched away and we're still on the main desktop. Sorry, there was a call there. So you can use the gesture that I showed you, and voila, now we're back to the full screen application. And we're able to press Command and Q to quit it. And also, like, yeah, Bluetooth. This is I think this is good for if you pair the mouse with it, because it will check the battery of your mouse. As you can see, this is my storage. I have more storage than I did before. As you can see, I'm now below the 899 gigabyte barrier. I'm below but I still have like tons of storage for videos, so it's okay. Like, I'm able to record like a ton of videos. Like, let's say if we search for activity monitor, this is where you'll be able to check your system stats. For example, we'll check CPU, which will be by default. This is equivalent to Task Manager on Windows. And this is all the processes. You can also check for malware. It will basically just show you all what's going on behind and the background on your computer. And you'll be able to check. And also you're able to check how much memory you have. How much memory is using. The energy usage, the disk usage, and the network usage. Voila. So, yeah. And also, I want to tell you something. If you go to Finder, that's a this is what the Finder may look like, but I want tabs, because probably you're switching from a recent version of Windows 11, which has tabs, or you just like to use them. Then if you would wish to have some, then you go to View menu and then click Show Tab Bar. Voila, here it is. You can click a plus button to use tabs. You can press Command N if you want a new window. If you're on it by Windows. But tabs are a very good function. And you may realize there's no path bar. It'll be more difficult to manage long folders without using that column view thing. Yeah, the column view is something like that. Still, but you don't want to use that view. So you want to have on a path bar. So you click Show Path Bar here on the menu bar on View. After here, it appears. Here's your path bar. You'll be able to click on the folder icons, and after voila, you're back. Also, if you want to organize your files, you can use something as known as stacks. As you can see, everything is cluttered. Like you have a super cluttered desktop. Not anymore. Click Use Stacks, voila. Now it's much simpler. And voila, now it's all your drop down menu. Let's say if you have a lot of screenshots, right, you have aliases, it opens up to clean drop down menu. Look how much cleaner my desktop is now. And you can also group stacks by kind, date last opened. But wait, how do you access that menu? I right clicked on the side. How do you right click? Well. by default, you click while clicking. You left click while holding the control key. Boop. After that, it brings up the right click. But no, that's not normal. Then what you can do, you go to trackpad or mouse or whatever. After now, you click secondary click, and now you're able to change it to click right side or click left side. Or to the trackpad, you are able to put a click bottom right corner, left corner, or with 2 fingers. And you're also able to click tap to click here, which means that you only need to tap on your trackpad to register click. I'll now use that here, but let's say if I use the trackpad, because I'm a laptop, so not desktop like before. So I just tap. Sorry, and voila, it worked. So yeah, it's a pretty simple operating system. It's pretty easy to navigate, and yeah. So there is the network. This is your settings. You can also check the settings if you want to change your settings. Yeah, but don't be scared of like exploring around. It's fine, you know. You'll probably be like getting worried if you adjust something dangerous. And also, during setup, you may get a prompt like Touch ID. What is that? Well, it's to use your fingerprint. Yeah, a fingerprint, because your MacBook or iMac, or if you buy a Magic Keyboard with that Touch ID sensor, which is at the top right, then you will have this function to unlock your Mac using fingerprint rather than entering a password. But no Face ID, so you'll probably switch back to Windows if you don't have Face ID with Windows Hello. Because on some Windows computers, you can basically get face authentication. Yeah, but Macs do not have that. They only have Touch ID. But anyway, like for example, if you want to access your password, it will prompt you for Touch ID. And after that, you can rest your finger on the sensor to use it. And this is where you can also manage your printers and scanners if you use printers. This is how you'll set up your printer. It's very simple. You just do that, and after that, it will recognize by either your Wi-Fi network or Bluetooth or whatever you want. And by the way, I made a video for Bluetooth devices if you want to know how to use Bluetooth in my other beginner's guide series. So, and as well, if you want to make your dock smaller, just go here at this bar. After that, you're able to drag, click and drag. You're able to make your dock smaller and bigger. Like that. That's a good size. Why not? Let's personally increase it. Yeah, that's a good size. Also, like, how do I get this magnification effect? Click on System Settings, Desktop and Dock, and then you will click right here. By default, it will be something like this. So it does like that. You can put it to a level. After voila, you can put it to how much you want. Like that. You can make it very small or big. The icons. Yeah. So there's also plenty more settings. And also, if you want to multitask better on your Mac, click on the top right of your screen to see it. Hopefully you enjoyed. There's more soon. Goodbye.